Good day, friends. Good day, humans. Good day, the storytellers. And blessings to all the story makers. So, today I will read you a story from one very insignificant and unfamous book. Okay, the title of the little chapter or the story within the book is called like this: Civil Obedience versus Fake Rebellion. Being obedient was the first thing you remember from your childhood. Being forced and controlled into obedience was a part of your daily treatment, your dreary daily programmed routine. And you as a child did not even notice it, simply because it was your mother and sometimes father start training you into unquestionable and undisputable obedience, simply by restricting love to you as a child of theirs. Parent thinks they can manipulate. They can manipulate you into obedience by amounts of material love they are giving to you. Not really knowing they are a part of the biggest, most atrocious and totally obscure programming ever existed. By teaching infant, child and teenager 0 to 14, 15 years of age, there is a lack of love in the universe, that there is a lack of love in the universe, and the child has to deserve this kind of love by being obedient. Not to prejudge the parent, as these beings were children once, with the same routines, programming and rules, or lack of love and genuine care, and very relentless programming through all their lives. Please consider, this is as a viral infection that transmits to the child immediately upon conception. During pregnancy, yet true and full-blown programming starts when baby leaves the womb, and when he has been separated from mother's energetic and physical bodies by some ugly being covered in masks in some very unnatural mechanical rooms called hospital delivery rooms, the brackets, or better, TDPR, the trauma delivery and programming rooms. Consider that all this hospitalistic system and delivery techniques are done very consciously, simply to create trauma to the infant as well to the mother, taking away baby just to clean it and to vaccinate it into the program that baby with trauma of abandonment, lack of love, separation and sheer fear. Fear how this still defenseless and pure baby will continue living, thinking out loud. Why I barely can move my limbs, or why I can barely see, or who's going to feed me? Does she, mother, still love me? As she left me to be vaccinated, probed and poked. These things they put into my arms really stings. It stings all of my body. Why? Does she hear me cry? Does she hear my hurtful cries calling for someone to protect and nurture me? Why she's allowing me that these unknown robots in uniforms make experiments on me? Well, this kind of programming never stops since baby's first breath. It continues through infancy, through school, through family, through expectations of parents, friends, society, nationalism, God, religious God. This one is written with a small g through my books. Indeed, this is non-stop program of myriad of programming, deep deception and overtness of the truth. Yes, this is continue happening in your later years with input from surroundings. Who to date? Why you are gay? How come you are single still? Don't watch TV more than 4 hours a day. Wedding must be in the church. what the neighbors will tell. We have to pay the debt to the nation, and usually it is the child's life to be sacrificed. You must defend us. War is coming. Death is imminent. You must pay all your debts. This list of programs is so extensive, there is not a moment in your life that you haven't been programmed, where some of these programmings are so deep and completely obscure, while you're being simply said, while you are becoming simply said, emotional cripple, mental robot, where your automation of your reactions kills any desire in you to be independent, to think and feel by yourself. You had been so brain and soul washed that you feel you have no soul any longer. So why all this story about lack of love? What does all this have to do anything with a fake rebellion? Consider what you have learned during your own infancy, childhood, teenagehood, and adulthood. You had learned that love is not free. You have to fight for it. You have to work for it. There is not enough love for all the siblings in the family, where always one of you is favorite, better, prettier, worse, not good enough, not as your brother, better than your sister, and so on and on. The infinity of very stupid reasoning simply because these are programs, and no one was questioning their stupidity of existence. This lack of love program was the most sophisticated one that led us to the moment of the rebellion. When people, all of the people, feel that everything is utterly wrong with this world. And only way to overcome this war state with the humanity in itself is to fight for more love. To take it from others so you could have it. To force upon others your solutions, same as you have been treated as a child, kid, and adult. By this programmable attitude, you become rebel with fake spiritual and emotional tools that will drown you even deeper into the swamp of slavery. You're becoming thief of limited love that your opponent has. You act as a savior of others by preaching and forcing your truth upon your enemies. You behave as a victim of the system, of your family, of your government, of your God. Lower letter G. And forceful rebellion is your only weapon. But when you realize that all of your enemies were still simply a children with no love, how you can truly help them? And by helping them, you will free self from this programming. You simply start loving them. Just love them. So this little story is part of my book with the title, Are You Just an Ignorant Fool or Simply One Program Dude? If you're interested, I'll be very happy to send you a copy, PDF format. Please send me a link or email. I will reply immediately. So I would like to share more of these stories with whoever want to hear. As well, I would like to share with you that there is a time now, so you have to start doing these things about yourself, about your programming, by your own accord. First thing I suggest, go to creationlightship.com website, where on Omicron doing tremendously immense and big healings for all of us, for planet, for this organic universe. So don't take it lightly, because we are on a precipice of being wiped out. Our soul has been depleted so long, so deceitfully long that nobody paid attention, that the time is here that we will be absolutely wiped out if we don't do something for ourselves. First, you do it for your own benefit, for your own sake, and then we'll be jointly doing it for the civilization as humanity is here on the planet, for organic part. The robotic and transhumanistic part will eventually has to fade out. All the excess of the aliens, they were really manipulating us for millions of years, at least humanity for 100 and so thousands of years in this form of humanity, and now they're not here, yet the programming still resides. So the title for this little chapter was Civil Obedience. How long you still have to stay civil to realize that obedience is not a solution, and how long you still have to suffer to realize that the fake rebellion, through the wars, through aggression, through competition, through ownership, and so on, is not the way to resolve pretty much anything. Yes, we have to rebel, but we have to find a really, truthfully peaceful way to rebel. That's a big challenge for all of us. All of us. Start with your individual way of living, individual way of looking on life, your individual way of looking on, doesn't matter, politics, banking, what you would do different if you want to share your love that you have for everybody else. Love should not be expensive. Love should not be one that we have to charge for. Love is not the thing. Love is an attitude that you show how much you're appreciating your own physical body. So when you start loving yourself, loving your body, you will be able to start loving maybe others. When you start seeing your body as the beautiful gift from Prime Creator, you will do everything to defend it. When you recognize how you've been imposed, how you've been tricked, how you've been poisoned, how you've been stolen. So, what to do with the thieves? What to do with these abusers of your energy? How to deal with this? How to find a way out of this deep programming that has been so in every cell, was genetically ingrained that we thought this is absolutely normal to be competitive. It was so normal, quotes, to buy for love, to pay for love, to think that you're better if you have more money, to think that you're more powerful as you're richer than somebody else. It's a total utter nonsense that we have to learn how to deprogram ourselves. Unprogram is not hard, but you have to accept that you have been sick. That we as a society have been programmed so deeply through myriads of different techniques. Biological programming, genetic programming, technological programming, software programming, psychological programming, mental programming, and on and on. So, what to do? Read my book. I mean, you'll enjoy it because it's not written for any kind of scientific mind. It has spelling mistakes all over the place. Yeah, this is, to me, done very much on purpose. To get you out of this unprogramming that we have to spell letter with 2 T or but with double T's. But if I spell it with 1 T, what I have? There will be no more buts. It will be only ends. And what I do now. Those buts are giving us an excuse to reflect on our past and again being drawn into the programming technique. So, indulge me. Read the book. Or at least share my videos to others. Just for starters.